What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I'm going to be sharing a really quick but cool tip for you guys that a lot of people have been wondering about when they watch my gameplays, and that is how to not have a thrust signature on the mini-map when you're not using Blast Suppressor and you still want to jump around and slide around all over the place. I get asked about this quite often now, and I thought it's finally time to make a video on it. Now I know a lot of you guys know this part here, but the key to this is you only have a thrust signature on the mini-map when your first movement with a full thrust meter is a thrust jump. You don't have that little ripple signature if you slide first, and if your meter is even somewhat depleted, it will never have a thrust signature with any thrust movement as long as that thrust meter wasn't full when you started using that thrust movement. Now I know some of you guys know this, but not everybody puts two and two together. I didn't for a long time because I did know that kind of stuff, but I didn't really think about it too much. Until about a month ago, I kind of turned it on in my head. I was like, oh yeah, I can actually do this to avoid having a thrust signature at all while I go for this wall run or while I jump into this second story of this building or something along those lines. And the key to this is simply sliding before you do any sort of boost jumps. When I go onto a wall run, for instance, I like to do a little ledge slide onto the wall run. You won't have a boost signature in that scenario, and your boost meter will be depleted a little bit. So that way you can actually thrust jump off of that wall run and there will again be no ripple at all. This is a very easy technique to master, so you will never actually show up on the mini-map at least when you're going for that wall run. And I use it all the time now. Every time I go for a wall run, you ledge slide onto the wall run, and then I want to jump off the wall run before my boost meter fully replenishes. So it actually makes it a little bit easier to not have afterburner in this scenario, because if you have afterburner, it will fully replenish your meter very quickly. And then when you go to jump off that wall run, you have that full boost meter, and therefore when you make that thrust jump, you will actually show up as a little ripple. Now that's great for wall runs, but what about getting into second stories? So if we're in a situation like this and I want to jump up to the second story here, and let's just say it's like a 1v1 situation in Search and Destroy, and I don't want him seeing me on the minimap, and I'm just assuming he doesn't have a headset or he's not really listening that carefully or he's on the other side of the minimap or something. What I can do here is I can do a slide and then a thrust jump up to the window. Now I barely get the height to get up there and I will have to mantle to get into there, but at least I don't have a boost signature showing up on the mini-map, which is great. So instead of just jumping and thrust jumping right up there, which will create a ripple, I can do it the nice stealthy way by sliding and then jumping and thrusting into the window. So one thing I definitely want to point out here is you still obviously make the thrusting sounds. And this is the reason a lot of people will run Blast Suppressor. It's not so much to get rid of that ripple, it's more so to reduce that sound or eliminate that sound of them thrusting around. So I just wanted to say this is not intended to be a complete replacement for Blast Suppressor. It's just something to keep in the back of your mind when you don't have Blast Suppressor and you don't want to be creating that ripple on the minimap. So that's going to wrap it up for today's really quick tip. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you guys next time.